It was my subject access request put into Coutts Bank that showed me the full horror and truth of their political prejudice and the reason they decided to close out my account. It's what began this big debate about debanking in this country, and that's a very, very good thing. So shortly after that, I submitted a subject access request to NatWest to ask what personal information they held on me. The answer came back today. They said my case was complex. And as a result of that, they did not need to answer within 30 days. They would give me an answer in full by the 21st of October. They've kicked the can down the road. Interestingly, in the last few minutes, I received a reply from the Information Commissioner's Office. And I'd gone to them to say, would they please investigate the clear, obvious GDPR breaches that were committed by Dame Alison Rose, the former CEO of NatWest, when she briefed the BBC. And you'll never guess what the ICO told me. They've told me my case is, you've guessed it, complex. And therefore they can't investigate it immediately. If ever I saw the establishment clubbing together to protect their own, well, then this is it. I also wrote a letter to NatWest Group on Monday requesting a meeting because I want to find out how many other people has this happened to within Coutts and NatWest, and I want to try and make sure that it never happens to anybody else ever again. Well, they are refusing to have that meeting because they're relying on the inquiry that's been set up by Sir Howard Davis, where he's appointed a city law firm called Travers Smith, headed up by a chap, he's the emeritus chair, called Chris Hale. But the problem with that is that Chris Hale, in the past, has described Brexiteers as xenophobes, racists, and being nostalgic for the past. So they've asked a man to investigate what happened to me, who's used almost exactly the same language that appeared in that original Coutts file. So, as you may have gathered, I'm somewhat frustrated and angry tonight that the establishment is doing its best to kick the can down the road on all of this, and as a result, I've got no choice but to act and get my lawyers to move and to start sending some much stronger letters. There is a lot at stake here, far more than my relationship with that bank, but a whole scandal that is going on within this industry.